After a barrage of 6 multi-warhead missiles, Iran's vast network of proxy forces has sent an unmistakably chilling signal that its reach and resolve are only growing stronger. On the eve of Eid, the war drums are getting louder as the Mojtaba-Aligned Qassam forces deliver a shock message, one that hints at an even wider regional eruption. Missiles are now raining across the Middle East, flooding the skies as Tehran raises the stakes and intensifies its campaign of retaliation against enemy targets. Following a series of open taunts from Iran's Revolutionary Guard, the question hanging in the air is clear. Will the first strike from the Qassam Brigades come sooner than expected? As this volatile crisis deepens, many are asking whether Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu are unknowingly stepping into a much larger and far deadlier escalation. As the war across the Middle East continues to intensify, Iran's powerful proxy group Hamas has issued a chilling message on the occasion of Eid, signaling that the conflict is far from over. The Qassam Brigades, Hamas's military wing, has been leading a relentless armed resistance against Israeli occupation since 1992, growing stronger with each passing decade of confrontation. Significantly, the brigades also control crucial supply and training corridors linked to Iran, regularly sending their fighters there to receive advanced military instruction and strategic guidance. Al-Qassam Brigade said, quote, "To all those who sacrificed and endured, and all those who sheltered and supported, and all those who aided and assisted for our steadfast nation, and for our proud Palestinian people for their valiant resistance on all fronts for our great Islamic and Arab nation. May you be in the best of health every year, and may the liberation of Jerusalem be closer, Eid al-Fitr. Blessed holiday." Unquote. Iran launched at least 5 powerful missile salvos at Israel within the span of just 1 hour during the night of March 19th to 20th, dramatically intensifying the already raging conflict. Frightening footage from the attacks showed a burning missile fragment crashing down in the northern port city of Haifa, sending residents scrambling for cover as air defenses fired overhead. An Iranian missile also struck a key oil refinery complex in Haifa, though Israeli officials later said the impact caused no significant damage to main facilities and pipelines. The latest barrage reportedly involved missiles fitted with cluster warheads, which break apart in flight into many smaller bomblets designed to spread destruction over a wider area, while making interception difficult. These attacks, carried out on day 21 of the war, were detailed by the Times of Israel, which tracked multiple launches and impacts across central and northern parts of the country. Israeli authorities said the 5 near back-to-back attacks within 1 hour targeted Jerusalem as well as northern regions, forcing millions once again into shelters. At the same time, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps claimed it had reached the 66th wave of its ongoing Operation True Promise 4, boasting of relentless retaliatory strikes. The IRGC said it had successfully hit Israeli cities, including Tel Aviv, and U.S. bases in the region, framing the campaign as punishment for what it calls American Zionist aggression. According to Iran's state-aligned press TV, the latest waves employed super-heavy, precision-guided, multi-warhead missiles, suggesting large payloads and complex terminal effects. IRGC said it used a combination of solid and liquid fuel missile systems, including super-heavy, precision-guided, multi-warhead Qadr missiles. It also used the Karam Shar and Khaybar Shikan missiles, as well as the medium-range Qayyam projectile. Zulfikar missiles and attack drones were also part of the salvo. IRGC claimed to have struck targets in Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, Haifa, Beersheba, and the Negev Desert. U.S. outposts in Qatar, Bahrain, UAE, Kuwait, and Saudi Arabia were also targeted. According to the Times of Israel, Iran has resumed its missile fire on Israeli targets after a short period of calm, marking yet another sharp escalation in the ongoing conflict. Reports further indicate that Tehran has boldly claimed it retains the full capacity to continue manufacturing new missiles, even after unleashing 66 waves of relentless strikes. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has launched the 65th wave of its ongoing revenge campaign, codenamed True Promise 4, in a powerful strike carried out on March 19th. During this latest attack, Iran unveiled its new multi-warhead ballistic missile, the Nasrallah, marking its first public use according to Iran's state-run broadcaster Press TV. Reports indicate that the 65th Iranian assault specifically targeted Israel's largest oil refineries located in the strategic coastal cities of Ashdod and Haifa. The Nasrallah missile is revealed to be an upgraded, precision-guided evolution of the Qadr-class projectiles that Tehran had deployed in several earlier operations. Analysts note that the weapon's name appears to honor the late leader of Hezbollah, one of Iran's most powerful regional proxy groups. That very leader, Hassan Nasrallah, was assassinated by Israel in a devastating airstrike on Beirut back in September 2024, an event that continues to echo across the region. Hezbollah has officially joined Iran's expanding war campaign, launching a fresh barrage of missiles and rockets deep into Israeli territory in a bold show of force and solidarity. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, meanwhile, deployed an array of advanced and highly lethal weapon systems as part of the 65th wave of coordinated strikes. Among the weapons used were the multi-warhead variants of Iran's most powerful missiles, the Khaja, Kibar-Shikan, Ahmad, and Hajj Qassam, signaling a major escalation in firepower. This massive offensive also incorporated medium-range systems like the Qiyam and Zulfahar missiles, extending Iran's reach across multiple strategic fronts. According to the IRGC, several of these missiles struck U.S. military assets stationed at the Al-Qaj Air Base in Saudi Arabia, a key node in regional defense operations. The Al-Qaj base serves as a critical logistics and refueling hub for both F-16 and F-35 fighter jets, making it one of Washington's most vital outposts in the Gulf. Further intensifying the strikes, the same missile systems targeted facilities in Fujairah and Sheikh Issa in the UAE, with the Emirates reportedly suffering the heaviest damage among Gulf states. Dubai has announced that it successfully intercepted and repelled an Iranian missile assault launched early on the morning of March 20th, preventing what could have been a major catastrophe. Massive explosions were reported across parts of the United Arab Emirates as the Gulf nation marked the festival of Eid, turning a day of celebration into one of sudden fear and chaos. The Dubai media office said, quote, "Authorities in Dubai confirmed the success of all air interception operations, with no injuries reported," unquote. The attack took place at the exact moment of the day's first call to prayers for Eid al-Fitr, marking the sacred end of Ramadan, a time that should have symbolized peace but instead echoed with the sounds of war. Even as the Islamic world observed one of its holiest festivals, the Middle East has been overwhelmed by the escalating Iran versus US-Israel conflict, turning the region into a battlefield of fear and uncertainty. It all began after an Israeli airstrike targeted Iran's massive South Pars gas field, an operation that provoked Tehran into launching fierce retaliatory attacks across the Gulf in a chain reaction of violence.